If you're buying horse property in southern Arizona, here are two areas that could not be more different from each other, and picking the wrong one for your lifestyle is a mistake that you will feel every single day. First, we have Tanque Verde, right on the edge of Tucson. And second, we have Sonoita, which is an hour in the high grasslands. Both are gorgeous horse country, but they ask completely different things of you. And through this video, I'm going to give you the one question that decides that. So let's settle this now. I'm Meagan Estees, your easy homegirl, and finding horse and acreage property is what I do every single day out here. So this isn't just theory, it's exactly what I tell my equestrian buyer. Now, let's start that breakdown. First, let's set the stage because these two places live in totally different worlds. Tanque Verde is on the northeast edge of Tucson, tucked up against the Rincon and Catalina Mountains, with the Saguaro National Park east right in the neighborhood. It's classic high Sonoran desert horse country with big mesquites, saguaros, mountain views, and it's established. People have kept horses out here for decades. You're in the country, but the city is right there. Sonoita is a completely different animal. It sits about an hour southeast, up at nearly 5,000 feet of elevation in rolling grasslands that honestly look more like California wine country than the Arizona you typically picture. It's remote, it's quiet, it's ranch and wine country, and the horse properties out there come with real elbow room. So one is horse country on the edge of the city, and the other is horse country in the wide open middle of nowhere in the best way possible. Now let's put them through the rounds. Round one, land and space, because for horse people, this is everything. In Tanque Verde, because it's established and close to the city, land is more limited and more premium. You'll find beautiful properties, often already set up as horse properties with mature trees, existing barns and arenas, but the lots are more defined and the prime parcels get snapped up real fast. Out in Sonoita, space is the whole point. This is where you find genuine acreage, the little ranches, properties where you can have multiple horses, you can run some cattle, build a big arena, plant a vineyard, and not see your neighbor. For the same money that buys you a nice horse setup in Tanque Verde, Sonoita often buys you dramatically more land. So round one is a clear split. Tanque Verde for established, dialed-in setups close to town, and Sonoita for wide open acreage and room to build your whole dream. If pure space is the priority, Sonoita wins this round going away. And think about what the extra room actually unlocks. In Sonoita, you can rotate pasture so your grass recovers. You can keep more animals comfortably and set up a proper round pen and a full-size arena without crowding your home, and still have a buffer of open land between you and anyone else. In Tanque Verde, that same dream is possible, but you're working within a more finished, more defined footprint, so you're often fitting your setup into what's already there rather than sketching it from scratch on a blank canvas. Round two is cost, and this is where buyers make mistakes, so pay attention. On the surface, Sonoita looks like the better deal. More land for the money, and that is very real. But you have to think about the true costs, not just the sticker price. In Tanque Verde, an established horse property often already has the expensive stuff built: the barn, the arena, the fencing, the water run out to the pasture, and electric to the outbuildings. That infrastructure is worth tens of thousands, even six figures, and you're not building it or waiting on it. In Sonoita, a lot of properties are raw land or a home on acreage without a full horse setup. So you have to honestly budget for building your barn, your arena, fencing, and getting water and power where you need them out on a bigger parcel. None of that is a deal breaker. It's just math you have to do up front. So round 2 is closer than it looks. Sonoita wins on raw land per dollar. Tanque Verde can win on move-in ready value when the horse infrastructure is already there and permitted. Okay, round 3, and this is the one I promise you, because this is the factor that actually decides it for almost everyone, and it isn't land or price. It's remoteness and your daily life. Here's what people underestimate until they're living it. Tanque Verde is close in. You want a real grocery store, a great restaurant, top medical care, or to get across town, you're minutes away. Your horses live in the country, but you personally are not far from anything. Sonoita is genuinely remote. There is no big grocery store in town, no hospital right around the corner. For a serious shopping run or major medical care, you're driving 45 minutes to an hour into Tucson or Sierra Vista. So here's the one question that settles this entire matchup. How much do you value everyday convenience versus deep space, quiet, and cooler weather? If you want your horses at home, but you go crazy being an hour from a grocery store, Tanque Verde is definitely your answer. Full stop. If the idea of that remoteness sounds like freedom instead of a hassle, if stocking up on a town trip and having endless quiet sounds like heaven, then Sonoita will speak to your soul. But be honest with yourself on that one question, because everything else is just details. Round 4, and there are actually 2 things packed in here that horse owners really care about, and that's weather and zoning. First, weather. And this one genuinely matters for your animals. Tanque Verde is classic low desert, so summers are hot and you're managing heat for your horses, shade, water, the whole routine. Sonoita, up at nearly 5,000 feet, runs noticeably cooler with real breezes, which a lot of horse people love for their animals in the summertime. That elevation is a real quality of life factor for horses, not just people. Now, zoning, and I cannot stress this enough. In both areas, zoning is parcel by parcel, not blanketed by area. 2 properties on the same road can have different rules for how many animals you can keep. Established Tanque Verde has a lot of properties clearly set up and grandfathered for horses. Rural Sonoita is genuinely very horse and livestock friendly, but you still verify because you also have to look at water rights, well capacity, and septic on those rural parcels. This is exactly where I earn my keep, making sure the property you fall in love with can actually legally hold the animals that you want. On this round, call it a tie. Both work beautifully, but only if you do the homework on the exact parcel. So, the moment of truth, Tanque Verde or Sonoita? Here's my honest verdict after doing this for a few years now. There's no universal winner. There's a winner for you. Choose Tanque Verde if you want established, often turnkey horse property, and you love the Sonoran Desert with the mountain views, and you are not willing to give up being close to shopping, dining, and medical care. It's for the buyer who wants the horse lifestyle without giving up the convenience of the city being right there. But choose Sonoita if your dream is real space, cooler high country weather, deep quiet, and a genuine ranch lifestyle, and you're happy to trade the drive for it. It's for the buyer whose soul wants land, room, and to be gloriously far from the crowd. If I had to put it into one line, Tanque Verde is horse country with the city at your backyard, and Sonoita is horse country with the whole world at a distance. Both are wonderful. Both are beautiful. The right one is simply the one that matches the life you actually want to wake up to every single morning. And here's the honest truth I tell every buyer. Don't pick the area because of the listing photo or a price per acre. Picture your real Tuesday. The early feed, the vet visit, the grocery run, the drive to work, the evening ride. Play the ordinary day forward in both places. And the right answer usually makes itself very obvious. That's the part a spreadsheet can't tell you, and it's exactly what I walk my buyers through before they write an offer. And if you want help finding the right horse property in either area or any others, and making sure the zoning, water, and setup are actually what are going to work for your animals, that's exactly what I do. So text me horse guide at 520-980-9880, and I'll send you current horse property listings in both Tanque Verde and Sonoita, or if there's any other areas you'd like to check. I will also send my checklist for vetting a horse property before you buy. There is no pressure, just real help. And if this got you closer to a decision, please subscribe, because I break down these Southern Arizona horse areas all the time. I'm Meagan, Estees, your AZ homegirl, and I will see you out there.